Okay, YouTube, Facebook, and MySpace. What's up, guys? What's going on? This is Kelvin, aka the K-Storm. And yes, that's my final name. Anyway, it's a long story. I'll explain that later in some other, time span or whatever. But today, I'm gonna talk to you guys. This devotional is called, first off, let me do my shout-outs, because I said I was going to do shout-outs. I'm going to shout out to all y'all. So, what's happening? Anyway, the devotional today is called, How Are You Building Yourself? We're always talking about how we want to impact the world, want to change the world, when really, we need to be changing ourselves first. We need to examine ourselves and see how we are living. Instead of trying to change this person, instead of changing that person, we need to work within ourselves first. You see, that's the only way that people are going to see that Christ is living in us. And for those that are not saved, confessing with your mouth Jesus Christ is Lord is the only way that you are going to eventually begin to see, let's just say this, it's not done overnight. It's a day by day process which you have to be seeking God diligently, because Christianity is not religion, it's a relationship. That's all. I hear people talking about, but especially when I talk about God, they say stop talking about religion, and they tell them I'm not talking about religion. I'm talking about a relationship. They cannot. I don't know what the thing is. I think maybe just people are just blinded to the mindset that religion, because God detests religion. He detests it. He even says so in the Bible, that he hates religion because it's basically about keeping laws. And the only way that we're saved is by grace through faith. Now, this verse right here tells us how we need to be living. And I've got something right here. Alright, take this orange juice bottle for instance. If you're living healthy, if you're living this actually represents going to church, building healthy relationships, expressing your, just basically sharing your faith, and just staying around godly people. Don't forget those that need Christ, but always also just be always be in that atmosphere where those people can build you up, because without it you're gonna fall. Whereas this, if you're around this all the time, you're always around junk. There's a verse in there that says garbage in, garbage out. So this says also right here, let me see, it says, for be imitators of God, therefore as dearly loved children, and live a life of love just as Christ loved us, gave himself up for us as a fragrant offering and a sacrifice to God. So that's how we're supposed to live our lives. That's basically when we were born into this world, we were born sinners. When we gave our lives to God, or whatever the case may be for you guys, I don't know, but when you become a born-again Christian, we're supposed to live our lives Christ-like. We're supposed, I mean, that's not to say that we're not going to be without sin, but always strive to be Christ-like, even if it means separating yourself from people. Now, and peer pressure is a good example, like where somebody's always talking to you about, yo man, what you gonna do Saturday night? You know, are you gonna come with us? We're gonna go pick up some chicks or something like that. No, don't do that. Like, Christ has made you better than that. Christ has made you better than what you used to be. So always approach, if you know you're going to be tempted, use wisdom and get out of the situation. Get out of the kitchen before it heats up, because the end result is not going to be pretty. Let's see. Whereas it says, finally be strong in the Lord and mighty in his power. Put on the full armor of God so that you can take your stand against the devil's schemes. Therefore put on the full armor of God so that when the day of evil comes, you may be able to stand your ground, and after you've done everything to stand firm. Then with the belt of truth buckled around your waist, with the breastplate of righteousness in place, and with your feet fitted with the readiness of the gospel of peace. That means in the midst of your storm, Christ is going to be with you. And if you're in a situation that you know you need to get out, you're going to have that peace of mind about it. You're going to have that peace of mind about you, and Christ is going to tell you, get out. And you can either listen to him or regret it. You know, I don't think I want to regret it. So that's pretty much it right now. I might do something for you guys later, depending on how I feel. Alright, love y'all. Hope you've been blessed.